Hello, welcome. It is. Yeah, we're going. Mr. Hollywood.
Let's do it.
This is Don't Get Cancelled, episode 4.
Lost count, to be fair.
Yeah. Don't know. We didn't even have a name until about an episode and a half ago. But yeah, welcome everyone. When I say everyone, I mean probably us just listening back to it. That's all that's here so far. But how we doing, boys? Right?
Yeah, good. What are you saying, bro?
Good. As you can see, we are missing our 4th member. We've lost Mr. Daniel.
You make it sound like it's passed away. We've lost Mr. Daniel. just for today.
Yeah, Danny's not here, obviously, so it's us three, innit? Still vibes.
Gonna hold it down.
Of course, mate. Of course.
Right. So what we saying, bro? I'm not gonna lie. I want to lead with your one. The one you came up with about the catcalling to be made a crime with sentences up to 2 years. Is that something that's like for real? Did you see that? As like
I think so. Yeah.
What was it on?
News.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Sky News.
It's something that's proposed. I don't know if it's actually happening, but
Don't know. I found with a lot of those things that you see on the news, like it'll come up and then it'll disappear in like a week, and no one will really care anymore. It's the internet, isn't it?
No,
It's one of those, but like imagine if it's something that actually does get put into play.
Yeah,
I don't.
crazy.
I mean, maybe because I'm not in that environment, but I don't think it's that common anyway. Surely not.
Yeah, I
not
don't
anymore.
Really see it.
It's a bit outrageous to start catcalling people in public.
Maybe like
isn't it?
construction sites and like building
right?
work and places like that.
I feel like that's just a stereotype though. I
guess
don't even know if that exists
No,
anymore.
I have seen it. I have seen it happen.
Oh really?
Yeah, of course.
But
To be fair,
I've seen it happen, but I don't see it happen often.
No.
It's not really something that I would do personally, anyways.
I wouldn't do it.
It's a bit like sleazy.
Shane, you looked at me like you would.
No, absolutely no.
Don't get me wrong. Like if I see a fit girl and I'm with my boys, I'll be like, "Jeez," or I'll say something like, "I'll call something out."
To your
like,
mates, but not out loud. That's a bit much.
No, he means out loud.
I do. I do.
Hold on.
Say it out loud.
Isn't that the same thing then?
Yeah, but I don't say it like directly to her. I say it more to like so the boys know.
Yeah. But
you're
trying to make sure she hears.
Nah, I'm trying to make sure the boys hear so they know that there's something to look out for, if that kind of makes sense, Like, geez, see what's going on.
I got a question then off the back of that. What would you guys say if, let's say, the roles were reversed and you got catcalled? What's your reaction?
I'm not gonna lie, like it wouldn't bother me. I'd actually kind of like it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother me at all.
You might want to move your mic closer. You might be a bit quiet.
Yeah, true. You're a bit far.
Yeah. Go on. What are you saying?
I think it's fine.
No,
sorry, what was it? What was it
if you got catcalled.
Yeah, I wouldn't be fussed at all.
I think I'd kind of like it as well.
To be fair, there's this thing about like there's a massive contrast when it comes to like assault with like sexual assault with like guys and girls, right?
Right.
Like for example, someone told me once about like in a working situation like a girl got someone slapped her ass, and obviously she was like offended by it. She complained about it and stuff like that. And then they asked me like, what would you do if you got your ass slapped? I was like, well, I'd love it as long as she's fit. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's a little bit of a difference when it comes to that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but that's an outrageous thing to do, to be fair.
Yeah, of course. To anyone, to any kind of situation. Yeah.
You never know what, especially to a stranger. Like, it's,
yeah, I think with like, if you're in the office, because obviously we've all worked in an office, it is a little bit different because sometimes the banter can get it can escalate a little bit. But like, I think that just depends on who the individual is. Like personally, if it was me, I feel it's a bit weird, but like I wouldn't go anywhere with it. Like I just kind of like whatever.
Yeah. Just laugh. That's what I mean. Like just laugh it off.
Yeah.
Whereas if you were a girl, understandably so, by the way, you would like raise it, and do you know what I'm? That's what I'm trying to say. That's where the difference kind of lies. But you can understand why there's a difference. You know.
Hold on though. So if the girl wasn't fit though, and she slapped your bum, what's
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Would you report that?
Nah, of course not. I won't report it. She's not fit.
That would be peak.
She's
So like, mate, this ugly guy just slapped my ass.
She slapped my ass and she's not even fit.
But you said that, yeah, because you said if she's fit, then it's cool. But so yeah, so
I said especially if she's fit. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, if she's not, I'm like, whatever. But
so
don't get me wrong.
No. So what if a guy slapped you?
Right, now you're moving mad. Mad.
What would you do?
Yeah, what would you do though?
Well, you have to keep it fair and equal.
I probably would report that. To be fair. That's actually weird, but you actually put it in that kind of perspective.
But yeah, it depends. Yeah, I think like.
I'd be a bit more. I'd be a lot more uncomfortable about it.
To be fair, it's something that's unlikely to happen. To be fair, like,
These are all hypothetical.
But do you know what, actually saying that? I don't know. Maybe it happens a lot.
No, I reckon.
But I can't imagine somebody like a stranger doing that. That's
no,
outrageous.
If it's a stranger, it's either if it's a man, then it's a fight. But if it's a woman, then
right, let's take out of a work situation, take out of that situation, because like at work you should be professional. You shouldn't be doing all that stuff.
True.
You shouldn't be doing it anywhere. But obviously work is like the place where you definitely don't do
you
that
got to keep
kind
it
of stuff.
professional.
So let's kind of like take it to like a nightclub scene where it does actually happen more often.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Where like you do get the guys who are like tapping girls' asses and stuff like that. I've had my ass tapped in a club before by a girl, and I started chatting her up after, and it kind of led to something.
That didn't happen in my case, but yeah.
So it does kind of it does happen.
Nah, I think if it's me, I don't. To be honest, I think in any situation, maybe just kind of laugh it off a little bit and then just leave it. I'd understand why. I think maybe obviously I might be wrong, but like I would assume if it's a girl, and most females, if anybody slaps their ass, especially another man, then it's probably some sort of report that's happening. Whether it's
I know like
sexual
like
assault or if you're at work or like unless you've got that sort of friendship, even if you are friends and you're quite close, that's probably that like it's still. I think it's still more likely to be like reported or something like that than if it was a man who's done it.
No, definitely.
Then I reckon that kind of comes down more to like the stigma to what it might be behind someone slapping your ass.
That's it. I was actually going to bring up that word stigma because obviously when it comes to like assault, like I was saying about how it's different rules.
So I was just thinking about what you said. What were we saying before about the
about what if it was a guy?
Hilarious.
Bro, that caught me off guard. I can't lie.
I was like, wait, what's he laughing at?
I was like, I can't lie. I'd report that.
No, I wasn't even laughing at that.
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry, I was talking about stigma, right? There's like different rules when it comes to assault. There's different rules for men, different rules for women, and I was like, that kind of brings me onto the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp type situation. Obviously this isn't sexual assault, it's more like physical assault,
right?
But you know how before the trial actually took place, a lot of people would have probably actually preempted that it was probably Johnny that was not the victim, if that makes sense.
I don't, to be fair, I'll be so honest, I don't really know the full story of it.
You didn't really dive into
I think
that.
I mean I don't know loads about it. The most that I know is because obviously I think it's quite well known anyway, and at least in the media, that Johnny Depp, he did like to drink quite a bit. And I think even during the trial, he did kind of admit he's like I do like a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think she just kind of come out and said that he was hitting her when he wasn't doing anything. He'd get drunk and I think he'd get like verbally aggressive, but then it was her that was hitting him.
Yeah, that's
I've heard like voice notes and
that's essentially all I know about it. Anyway.
Yeah, that's I don't really know too much.
Yeah,
about
don't get me wrong. Like, I didn't dive too much into it, but I have seen clips and stuff on Facebook or little bits of like the trial and stuff like that. And basically, inevitably, it does turn out that Johnny was actually the victim. But the point I was making is that in those kind of situations, when it comes to like domestic abuse, like the stigma is that the man is usually the one who's causing it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
the abuser.
The abuser.
I think.
But it probably is, to be fair. That's the.
See, that's what I mean.
It depends on the stats. I mean, I don't know the stats. I mean,
I think.
To be fair, yeah.
But I can imagine that guys probably hit girls more than girls hit guys.
Yeah.
I think that's probably like a I don't know how to word it properly, but like it's like a physical thing, because obviously generally men are bigger than women, like physically.
Yeah.
So like it's almost like they want to feel bigger, so that's the sort of thing that they'll result to. Although I don't know, I reckon you probably find that more men hit women, but then I think you'll probably find that a lot of women, like if it was like the other way around, like if it's a woman abusing a man, I reckon you'd find them it's more of a mental abuse. I don't know the proper word for it,
right?
But manipulation sort of thing. That's what I mean. That's what I reckon. I've never looked it up, but
I reckon it does happen like physically as well, though, quite a lot. But it's probably just it's not reported.
Yeah,
stuff like that's not.
Keep quiet about it.
What man's gonna really go and report?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So men get told to just man up, innit?
Yeah,
rather than actually go do something about it. It's like what's it? Well, it's not like, but like Terry Crews, because he came out and he said he was getting sexually abused. I think he was sexually abused. This was years ago
by people in Hollywood.
Yeah, so when he was, I don't know the whole story, but when he was, I guess maybe wasn't as famous as he is now, but I think there would have been someone in the industry who was. Because obviously he's a big guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How did he get abused?
Like realistically, he's not going to get physically abused by literally anyone because he's huge. Yeah. But apparently it was just like a lot of manipulation, a lot of like they're just like mentally abusing him. I don't exactly know how.
Fair, I have seen a few stories about Hollywood and manipulation and abuse and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think once you start reaching a certain point in fame, no matter what industry you're in, there's going to be corruption somewhere in some sort of way.
Yeah, of course.
In my opinion, anyway.
Would you rather be rich or famous?
Rich.
You didn't even think.
No, I didn't have to.
What would be the point of being famous without being rich, though?
Yeah, I guess so. To be fair.
I think if you're famous,
actually, do you know what? You'd be surprised at how much people would probably just say famous anyway.
But money comes with fame, though, surely. Right?
Yeah. Probably in a way, it opens doors, and like that leads to probably would end up being more money.
Yeah,
but it's not. I don't think they're not direct.
Because you've been doing interviews and stuff, getting paid for that.
Yeah, because people will want to hear. I think that's the point. Like if you're famous, people will want to hear what you've got to say. Whereas if you're rich, people probably don't care because you're just rich.
Yeah, but if you're rich, you could probably be famous. Do you know what I mean?
You could probably
got more of a platform.
I think both come. They are linked to each other in some way. But I think it's harder. It's easier to have an influence if you're famous compared to if you're rich. Because if you're, it's like if Jeff Bezos, if Jeff Bezos started trying to talk about fashion, people aren't going to care. All he's just rich.
Yeah.
But like if Kim bad example. I'm trying to think of someone who's just like a really famous.
That is a good example. Of
I guess
people do whatever she does.
Yeah, if Kim Kardashian tries to talk about money, people might not be like what you want about.
But if you think about it properly, but if you have money, you can influence society in general, and do you know what I'm saying? You can influence the economy.
I guess it's in a different way.
You can actually make a difference.
Yeah,
like make an impact.
For negative or for positive, though.
I guess it's in a kind of a different kind of influence, maybe.
That's what's happening now.
Yeah, it's a different kind of because you can.
But influence nonetheless, sort of thing.
No, but it's how the world is run now is a small percentage of people controlling how the world operates. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're profiting off.
You're talking about like the Rothschild and the Rothschild family.
Yeah, not necessarily them though, but actual big businesses.
Oh right, you mean like big
banks,
corporations? Yeah,
big corporations.
Yeah.
The people behind the scenes who you don't see, you don't know about.
That's what I mean, because they're the rich ones.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I guess it's a different kind of influence. Like if you're famous, it just means that you're popular and everyone knows who you are. So you can speak. You could probably like a lot of people hear you. But if you're rich, like you said, like big corporations, all the people in the backgrounds, like no one knows who they are, but they're obviously disgustingly rich.
And do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the rules of society, really.
So speaking of influence and everything, so if you were to be famous, what would you want to be famous for?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be famous.
You wouldn't want to be famous.
Yeah, obviously, I'd rather pick rich. I mean, if I had to be famous, I don't know. Honestly, someone like this. Yeah. Like I'd rather be famous for something like a podcast.
Bro, it's gonna happen, man. Eventually.
I'd want to be famous for being me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if you're like, it's like imagine being famous.
Scandalous reason.
Imagine being a famous actor. Like you're popular for you're good at not being yourself, basically. Like,
yeah, some people get lost in that as well and become the character.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But then there's Kim Kardashian who got famous for being herself, kind of being a bit of a little bit.
Yeah,
that's a different level of.
I think you'll find a lot of people they get famous maybe off of one thing and then they try to kind of twist their view of they try to twist people's view of them.
It's mad because
go on.
No, I was gonna say with the whole being famous and having influence and stuff like that, we were talking about obviously Kim Kardashian and stuff. I know so many people that watches the Kardashian show, and then all of a sudden they want to be like, they want to do like surgery to the face and nose surgery and lips.
Yeah, that's a lot of girls nowadays.
Like,
But I think that's just like pressure from Instagram and
society.
Yeah,
You see the perfect life online.
Beauty standards.
Yeah, but that's kind of peak, you know. It's kind of mad how things are kind of moving these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've got to be honest though. I think it's America. America, like all of America, it's just a tapped place.
To be fair, yeah, well,
like if you see like viral clips of people just like acting out and being crazy, like 80% chance it's in America.
Yeah, it's true. America. That video.
Like, every country's got this. Yeah, literally.
That video we're watching earlier.
You see the wildest things and you think, nah, that can't be real, and it is real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For context, the video that we're saying, so there's a. You two might be able to explain it better, but basically, there's like I guess a guy takes like a girl and her kid out on like a date, which is a bit weird taking the kid, but hey.
No, the kids weren't there.
Yeah, so.
Oh, the kid's not there.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a guy takes a girl out on a date, and then again, just correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, he offers to pay for his and the girl's food. But then the girls are like, yeah, you got to pay for my kids' food as well.
My kids' food,
and
my kid at home.
So
yeah, the kids at home and they're out at like a restaurant or whatever.
I was watching this video like, this can't be real. Like, surely this is like fake. They've just put it together to make a viral video.
It's actually real.
but then you pointed out that it's in America. And I was like, yeah, okay.
No, that's what I mean.
Not, like, from it's American, you just know that.
Yeah, it probably is real.
Be.
So that's mad though. Like, do people actually?
Happen.
Is that actually a thing? Like, people actually expect you to pay not only for their meal but also for the sons.
She's got to be an outlier, surely.
That's crazy, man. To be fair,
would you do it?
Well, pay for the kid as well.
Yeah.
Nah.
So what would you say?
They're like, nah, that's fine.
I don't know you like that. To be fair,
yeah,
for your son's kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Meal. Even if I did know you, I'd what?
Yeah,
that's a random request. To be fair, the one thing like going on a date.
Sorry. Are you doing it?
No.
Oh, okay, alright, that's fine.
Okay,
sorry, carry on. Yeah, go on.
If I was to go on a first date, I would want to pay for the girl's meal. Like, I'd offer to pay for her meal.
Right.
No, hold on, listen. If you was out with the kids, that's different.
If the kid is out, if the kid is
but the
out
fact
with
that
us,
your kids are at home and like, why would I be buying them food?
Yeah, no.
We're out on a date.
Like, I'm saving you money, bringing you here. You can go use that money to buy your
at the
kids
same
some
time,
food.
though, I'm not taking you on a date and you're bringing your kids. That's weird as fuck.
Oh no, it depends. Like if it's like.
Just
if you've been
dates in,
if I was gonna say if you've been seeing each other for a while, then it makes it.
It wouldn't just be the first. If it was a first date and she banging her kids, that's
a bit,
too much.
It's a red flag.
That's a bit like weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
especially if she didn't tell you as well, you just turn it up with it. I think that's just taking a piss.
My kids.
Yeah, if you said something, it's different, but you just turn it up.
Yeah, imagine. So, we're going on a date. Yeah, I will bring my 6-year-old as well. Sorry.
What's the maddest thing that's happened to you on a date before?
I don't ask me, mate. I've been on 0 dates.
Was that one? We said that in the first one, though.
Yeah. That one we didn't really.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That one, so.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
What's the maddest? I've the only dates I've ever been on with my girlfriend. So.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah.
So what's the craziest thing that happened?
Yeah. Nothing, mate. we go out, get food.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've not really got no crazy date stories, man. I ain't gonna
The only thing I would say, I don't know if you consider it crazy. You boys probably would, but I went on a date to a burger place with a girl, and she knew we were going to a burger place, and she ordered the burger, and she ate just the bread. She separated it from the meat.
I think you mentioned this before.
Yeah. Oh, okay, right. Okay, I didn't know that.
4 episodes in, and we're repeating ourselves.
But that must have been on the first one though. They were not putting out, right?
No, the first one's out. All of the episodes are out. Well, I say they're out. We've got all the.
Bro, there's no episode yet.
Nah, bro, what are you talking about?
Never mind then. Ignore me.
Yeah, man. You're crap, to be honest.
Right, I got a question.
Go on.
Would you rather witness the start of the world or the end of the world?
That's an interesting one.
Let's say if you're witnessing it, then we'll do 2. So let's say there's one where you're living on like you're on the planet at the same time, and then there's one where you're just kind of watching the planet. Where like you're watching it from afar, so you're not experiencing it.
Which one? It matters though. Which one's which?
That's what I'm saying. So you can. So let's say you might say both of them. You might do the end of the world because you'd rather.
I'd say the beginning because obviously, if you're witnessing the end of the world, there's nothing next.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Not to say that the Earth won't be there anymore, but like.
Yeah, why would you want to see the end of the world though?
Like society's like breaking down and there's nothing left.
Experience it. Do you mean?
Yeah, which one? So would you rather be there when things are like being like depends on what you believe in, but like when things are being created, and like be able to experience that side of it, or would you rather see essentially the opposite when things are like on the?
You do have a point to be fair, because when if you pass away, you'd be thinking like what I would anyway. I would think, like part of the sadness is that you're not going to get to experience anything further.
Yeah,
than that.
exactly.
So I do kind of see the question, which does make it kind of a tough one.
If I was like experiencing it and I was actually there, I think I'd probably choose the end.
Really?
Rather than...
You'd want to be there at the end.
I don't know.
If anything, that's the one that I wouldn't want to experience, because surely that means that you're alive.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. I don't really get why I'd want to see it as well.
So I picked the end. I changed my mind.
Experience?
Now. I changed my mind, yeah. No, I picked to watch the end of the world, but not be there to experience it.
And you got to remember, if you're witnessing the start of the world, there's nothing there. Like if you experience it, there's nothing. Like it's zero. It's you're just looking at like fields or whatever.
Yeah, for real.
But then obviously if you're at the end, then everything's there, but like things are like falling down and breaking apart sort of thing.
Bro, you're gonna have me calling you later like I changed my mind again. What would you pick then?
What? So I'd rather experience the end. I think I'd be more interested about what's happening at the end of the world.
But what I'm saying, would you want to actually experience the end? Like,
I'd rather be there for the end.
Would you not just rather just watch it?
I'd rather watching. I think I'd rather watch the start because I don't know, because again there's nothing to do. But then like if you're there, let's say like you're
how long are you watching for though? I don't get.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just say like it's like a time lapse of like thousands of years or whatever. Or millions of years or whatever, and you're watching it, but like,
but also if you were there to experience the start, you can be one of the first people that can make the earth into whatever you want it to be. You can shape what it's going to be, because you're there to experience it first. Whereas if you just watched the beginning, you have no say in what actually happens in the beginning.
You would only know.
You would exactly.
So you'd have the knowledge of how everything started.
So this is where I would rather experience the start, because I would rather be one of the pioneers who actually started Earth, so to speak.
Okay.
And then watch the end, because then I wouldn't be there physically to endure the pain of everything ending. Does that make sense? So I'd only just be watching everyone else suffer.
That sounds horrible, doesn't it?
Sorry for that.
You get me though there.
Yeah, I was agreeing until the end. Because for selfish reasons, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, well, it's asking these questions.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, do you know what?
I
think I would say I would agree. I'd say the same, man.
What? Yeah, same as me.
Experience the start but witness the end.
Yeah.
No, fair enough.
I think that's a good one though. To be fair, it kind of keeps you thinking. Right, if your friend gives you £50,
lucky I don't have to choose though.
Yeah, okay. If your friend gives you £50, right, and you buy a winning lottery ticket with that £50, would you give your friend a cut of the money?
100%.
Yeah.
You say that now though, but if the money was right there in front of you,
it's true. It's
no, of course.
To be fair,
you say if your friend gives it to you.
Yeah, or just whoever. If someone gives it to you.
Maybe my mind depends on how close I am to that person. Like if it's let's say.
So if I borrowed you £5.
If Luke borrowed Shane £5.
Yeah, I don't know why £50 is the figure.
You bought a lottery ticket and you won 5 million.
Then yeah.
How much would you give me?
Oh, it's a matter of how much now.
Yeah.
Out of 5 million. Don't know. I reckon 300-400 grand maybe.
Nah, you ain't getting that much from me. Bro.
5 million, bro.
Yeah.
I'll give you £5 back, bro. That was your down payment, fam. That was your down payment.
Nah, you know what? That's a decent amount, to be honest.
Because
if it was 10 million, how much would it be though?
it'd go up a little bit, not loads.
To what?
Let's say if it's five, if you give me a fiver, I don't know. Yeah, I guess lottery tickets can be a fiver. If you give me a fiver and I'm in 5 million,
Yeah.
I'd say 300 grand. If it's 10 million, 400 or 500 grand. I can't see myself parting with that much more money.
So that makes sense.
If we were to reverse it, so you're the friend, right? You've given him money, right? You've given him money. He's bought a ticket. He's won the lottery from it. If he offers to only give you say 100,000 and you're not happy with that, would you push back and be like, yo, what's this? Or would you be like, to be fair, I did give him
I'll be
money.
happy with anything, to be fair, but I would expect, I ain't gonna lie, I would expect 300,000-400,000.
This is what I'm saying.
What, for 5 million?
Yeah, because I helped you out at that stage of your life. But do you know what I'm saying? And you bought a lottery ticket and you've you're winning now. Do you know what I mean? So you'd have to kind of give me something out of that.
Yeah. But this is the thing. Then would you just kind of say? Would you say to yourself, right? I think I deserve more than 100,000, but I'm just gonna leave it. Or would you?
I would leave it. I
think because otherwise you start getting greedy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And do you know what? That's what I'm saying. In that situation, yeah, you could give me 100 grand. It's true. You could give someone 100 grand, and they're always gonna expect more. Like maybe it could be 10 years down the line when that 100 grand's gone, or 2 years even, or even a couple of months. They'll be back. You've got another 100 grand or another 250.
Nah.
Shouldn't there be a thing of giving to not receive, but just give for the sake
of course. No.
No,
Do you know what? I would do the same. I would give somebody 300-400 grand if
they gave you the money to win the ticket.
It's only fair. Do you know what I mean?
Realistically, it would be a bit silly to not give someone that's giving you money.
Give you your fiver back. I
was obviously messing around.
But you'd also expect something, no? Anybody would.
I think you don't. I think if you gave them the fiver and they won 5 million, you'd have to expect something. Because they're like, without my fiver, you're not winning the 5 million.
That's true.
No, you'd actually have to.
Like you're entitled to a percentage.
At the same time, when you give someone money, it's theirs to do what they want.
Yeah, cool. So no, I'm not saying that.
I mean logically.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Logically, they don't have to do anything. Morally, pay the man back.
Okay.
So what if they just took you out on a nice?
I'd be a little bit annoyed, but then I'd be like,
bought you a watch.
Nah, that's dead. Give me the money.
Yeah. So what would you say then?
I wouldn't say that.
So if you got to the end of the day, and they bought you, let's say £10,000 worth of clothes and
actually,
whatever.
To be fair, I probably would say something. I'm not
so what would you say right there?
If they win, what's the?
And they was like,
how much have they won? 5 mil.
Imagine I just said to you, Billy, cool. I'm off with my 5 million. I've just spent 10 bags.
I'm off on my 4.99.
That's it. Just so you know, I don't owe you nothing more.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would say something because I'll be like, bro, don't get what?
So what would you say?
I'm like, how are you winning 5 million and you just taking me out to a restaurant? Like,
yeah, you'd be pissed.
I'm baffled at the question because it's just not gonna happen, bro.
If they said,
I think that's taking a piss, to be honest.
Yeah, bro.
It is a little bit, but then it's like imagine holding all these shopping bags. Like, you're not gonna give me more.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. No, do you know what I'd be like if they actually said, that's it. I'm not gonna break you off no more peas. That's just spent 10 bags on you.
It's exactly like this.
I'd have a problem with it. I ain't gonna lie.
Sorry, bro. It's exactly like this. Yeah, say you pay for taxi to go clubbing or some shit. You pay like a tenner and someone says, "Oh, I'll get you a drink in there," and then a drink is probably worth like £2. The taxi money is like 20 quid or £10 or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really equate to what you owe me. So I'll be like, give me the rest of that, fam.
But what's funny is that you is quick to say that you wouldn't give much. Do you know what I mean?
But I was messing around. I said later.
So how much would you give then?
If you had to give a number,
5 million.
If I won 5 million, realistically, I'll probably give you like 250,000, something like that, £250,000.
I think that's fair.
I swear.
I think that would do, yeah.
On 5 mil, yeah.
The way I see it is that I'm still getting like 4,750,000.
Yeah. You're still.
So
good.
that's like
You're
what am I
clear.
I'm not even gonna finish that in my lifetime probably. So 250 would be nothing to me at the time, but it'd be a lot to you. So that's how I kind of see it.
Yeah, you peasant.
But yeah, I was joking about the £5 thing. Imagine it.
Yeah, I would say probably around. Yeah, 250k is a reasonable
for 5
fee,
mil.
Yeah, to be fair,
I think it has to be.
it's reasonable enough to say actually don't ask me for no more money though. Because
Yeah.
That is reasonable enough.
Because
that's enough to get you sorted.
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
if you think as well, like on a somewhat average salary, 250k, that's like 10 years worth of work.
Yeah.
Like there and then in one little thing. So you should enough to like at least, I don't know, I guess I'll go put a mortgage down on a house. Well, obviously it's enough to put a mortgage on a house, isn't it?
Speaking of money, yeah. If someone
It's always money, isn't it?
if someone offers you $500 million in cash, $500 million straight into your bank account, or $1 billion in pennies, like in pennies, would you take that over the $500 million straight into your account?
What? You take the $500 million in your account. Why are you taking $1 billion in pennies?
Wait, that's still $1 billion. It's still more money. It's something to consider.
Yeah, do you know what? I think you know what.
Because you're still getting more money and you can exchange it. Go to as the change, coin changer.
Hang on,
you wouldn't have to do that.
Over.
You could pay someone to do it for you.
I think you've lost me. So you say 500 billion? No,
500 million.
500 million in your account?
Yeah, right now.
Or $1 billion in pennies?
Yeah.
Why would you not take the 500 million into your account?
Because you can have double the amount in pennies. Oh, but no. A billion worth $1 billion in pennies. I'm not saying I'm not saying 1 billion pennies. I'm saying £1 billion, but in pennies.
Yeah, I'll take the 500 million out of convenience.
Yeah.
Once you get past a certain amount of money, it doesn't matter.
I guess so. But bro, if you think about it, yeah, it's quite as simple as just you say out of convenience. It's not going to be you doing the exchanging, is it?
Yeah, but okay. So
you would pay someone to do that.
Pay someone to do that.
But then how? Because you've got £1 billion worth in pennies. First of all, imagine how heavy that's going to be. How are you actually? How are you
talking about heavy? You're getting $1 billion, bro.
Do you know how much £1 billion in pennies is actually, how much that's gonna weigh?
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, yeah, it won't be you sorting it out, though, will you? Because you can pay someone to do that. There are banks around.
So where is this? But someone has to give you these pennies, don't they?
No, but that's not the.
No, do you know what? I hear what both of you are saying. I think out of sheer convenience, out of sheer convenience, I'll probably actually say, just send the money to my account.
Mate, we're actually saying all this. Yeah, I would choose the same as what you've chosen.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have the time to even be figuring it out.
Question. I'm saying it's not as dismissive as you kind of put it, because you are getting double the amount of money. If you just, I know it's going to be stress carrying all that money and sorting it out or whatever, but if you do get through it, you're getting double the amount that you'd be getting if you just get the money to pay straight into your account. That's what makes it a debate.
I'd rather just go with the convenience.
Yeah, I think if that offer ever came along, you would just be like, just transfer the money.
Just give me the money. Yeah.
Then,
I don't even care about.
Then as soon as the money's in your account, it's yours. You don't have to work.
Yeah, it's true.
I know.
I'm not waiting around for someone to change it up.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, would they even change that up? Like $1 billion and $1 billion.
It's just too much of a headache.
That is
even if you was to pay someone to do it, it's just too long.
You got to think as well. $1 billion in pennies is
100.
That's 100 billion pennies. That would fill up this room like 4 times or something.
You'd have to ask yourself.
That's not my problem.
In that situation,
that's for the bankers to sort out.
You know Biz, you'd have to ask yourself, how much do you want $1 billion?
Exactly.
Versus, do you know what I mean? Like, is it that much stress?
I know what you're saying.
Because most people would be happy with 1 million. So 500 million.
I think 500. I think I've heard obviously loads of like rich people were saying once you pass a certain amount of money, it doesn't matter. I heard 10 million. I think it's 10. Either 10 or 100 million. And once you pass that amount, it doesn't matter because you can just buy whatever you like, and it won't make a dent.
Okay, let's bring it down then. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Go on then.
If someone gives you £1,000 straight into your account, or £10,000 in pennies, what would you do then? Would that make a difference?
That does make a difference.
It makes a difference
because
it's less.
So 1,000 in your account or £10 or 10,000 in pennies.
At least then it's not as heavy and it won't be.
I mean, obviously it's still heavy, but in the grand scheme,
I think in that case I'd wait out for the 10,000.
Yeah,
for the 10,000
because in the grand scheme of things, £1,000 it's not a lot of money. It's not loads.
Yeah, that's not going to really do nothing for me, to be honest.
Yeah, 1,000 compared to 1,000 is quite a big difference, in my opinion.
You just said 1,000 compared to 1,000.
Compared to 10,000.
Compared to 10,000, yeah. No, it's
1,000 compared to 10, yeah.
It's not a huge. I'd wait for the 10.
You see, so it does.
Yeah, I think I think
but once you start talking about millions, it's a different.
Yeah. I guess it's the.
Do you know what I mean? That's life changing money, like regardless.
Yeah,
of...
true.
Obviously, we could sit here all day and say, "Oh yeah, like, what about this much compared to this much?" But yeah, I think you just got to weigh it up, innit?
Yeah, I guess so.
Between convenience and how rich you want to be.
Bro, missing the France-Morocco game, peaking it.
What's the score?
I don't even know. Probably France win. They were winning when we got into the podcast.
It was 1-0, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was 1-0. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was Giroud again.
Okay.
That actually brings me on to what tomorrow.
Giroud's a bagsman, by the way.
Would you rather have Giroud's career or Kane?
Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Giroud?
Easily.
Every day of the week.
Alright, okay. To be fair, that's alright.
What has Harry Kane won?
Yeah, alright. It's not one, to be fair. It's not, but alright, okay.
If you said like
career-wise,
he's actually got no achievements.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
And he's
a better player,
is he 29 now?
Yeah, he's a better player, but
he's moving on.
If you got nothing to show for it, what does that mean?
I guess so.
The only thing that he actually has to his name is now he's England's top goal scorer, isn't it? That's it. But then Giroud is France's top goals, which is true. Arguably maybe a better achievement.
It is a better. Obviously, won the World Cup a couple times. Well,
he's got the World Cup. He's got.
Was he in the Chelsea squad that won the
Champions League?
Is it?
He won the Euros. The Euros as well.
He won the league in Italy.
Not the Euros. The Europa League with Chelsea.
Did he win the league with Milan?
Yeah, he won the league.
Yeah, he
did
as
well.
Yeah, no, he's honestly Giroud. He's actually unbelievably underrated. I liked
a few FA Cups as well.
I liked him when he was at Arsenal.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah.
I've never understood why Arsenal fans didn't like him.
It's just
they're not. Did you know?
No,
I forgot.
Mate, it's just like
Arsenal fans. I don't.
Mate, he went. There was a period of like 10 months where he didn't score one goal. Like, how do you go pretty much a whole year where you're not scoring, bro? He was terrible, and that was in 2004 as well when we had a title charge. Like, we could have won that league as well if we had a few more goals. That was the one that Leicester won, I think.
Oh, 2015.
No, Leicester won 2015-16.
Or was it more
they?
recent than that? Yeah, I think 2014, 2015 is what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, I don't know about Giroud, bro. I know what you mean though. Career-wise, obviously, I'm taking Giroud over Kane. To be fair,
I'll take most people over Kane at that point.
So speaking of careers, then, obviously with the big debate, the two goats, Ronaldo and Messi, they're pretty much neck and neck in terms of stats at the moment. So would you say that if Messi was to get the World Cup now,
he's clear? He's clear forever.
I would agree with that. To be fair,
there's
you're a United fan, innit? So I'm trying to get your opinion.
Oh no.
You're not going to agree with that. No.
I think the thing between Messi and Ronaldo is he's obviously as like physically, like just as an athlete, he's light years above probably the majority of the human race. But then, like as a footballer, Messi's unreal. Yeah. He's clear. I think
who's got the most Champions Leagues out of them?
It's got to be Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's
surely
missed the Champions League.
Because Messi's
it depends how much I don't know because. Does a World Cup separate them? Like, not really.
I think so. It's because
a lot of people, anyone can win the World Cup. Really, like there's loads of players that aren't that great who won the World Cup.
The World Cup. I get what you're saying.
You know, you could just be lucky in being in the squad.
If that's what you mean. It's not.
But then it's like
that's not what Messi's doing. He's like carrying them.
They've got they have an influence on whatever team that they play for, don't they?
Yeah.
Like I know what you mean. Like if like fucking Jonathan Woodgate was in the England squad and they won the World Cup and he was there, like say oh Jonathan Woodgate is sick dude.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like he was just there.
People with Champions League medals, they're not that great.
We're not talking about just any bit part players here. We're
no.
I
think
yeah, sorry, Karen, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it separates them too much if he wins it.
Ronaldo has been my GOAT. I've always said Ronaldo is the GOAT. But recently, with how he's been acting out, like throwing his toys out his prime.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I've had that as well. I've kind of lost a bit of respect.
I'm starting to lose that kind of. Like it's not really my role model anymore. I'm starting to kind of like, nah, I don't really want to look at you like that. It's ruining his
reputation.
his legacy. Yeah, his reputation.
Yeah, I get you.
Whereas Messi is improving his by being the main talisman for Argentina.
Yeah.
You see the way it's like scoring every game, assisting every game.
You see the assist. Was it yesterday?
Bro, that was filthy. Yeah.
Was it yesterday or the day before?
It was yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday. Against Croatia, right?
Yeah, and then I watched a clip of Gary Neville saying that people don't fear Messi anymore. Like they'll tackle him.
Nah, that's not true.
Imagine at 30, is he 35?
It's about that 34,
35.
Yeah, it's 35. It's mad, isn't it?
And then Ronaldo's 37.
Nah, 38.
38 now.
Is it 38?
I think it's going on to 39. Yeah.
I think he's it's like September or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
something like that. But yeah, crazy, like. No, I think Messi's now becoming quite clear of Ronaldo, in my opinion.
It's been a very tight debate, but I think the one thing that would take Messi over the edge would be the World Cup, because that's the one thing Ronaldo. And this is hurting him because as a United fan, you can tell, innit? It's like,
I'm honestly not. It's your opinion. Do you know what I mean?
What's your opinion then? What's your opinion?
I don't think, as I said, I don't think anything changes really.
What? Even
I still think Ronaldo's had the better career. Maybe.
What's your reasoning for saying that?
He's played in different leagues.
Okay,
he's won trophies in all those leagues as well.
But I mean,
that's fair enough.
So obviously, Man United, he did well, and Real Madrid,
5 Champions Leagues.
Yeah, obviously Madrid was probably the peak of his career. Do you think he did that well at Juventus though?
He was the top scorer. Yeah, he was still the top scorer. No. But I know.
But how did Juventus do?
What?
Yeah.
I'm not saying they did bad.
He still had a good season. You know, it's a fact. He still had a good season, regardless.
Yeah.
All these things that you're saying were things that I would say when people would ask me Ronaldo or Messi, because literally right up until like the last 4 months or so since Ronaldo's been acting out, I've been saying Ronaldo because of he's played in so many leagues. He's more of an athlete, and I like the fact that he can do different things. Like he can score headers, he can shoot from like outside the box. You don't see Messi score too many like long, like that goal that Ronaldo scored against Porto in the Champions League.
The free kick.
40 yards out.
Oh, it wasn't a free kick, was it? No, I know what you mean. I know which one you mean.
Like goals like that, like you don't see Messi score. So I preferred Ronaldo because of that, the fact that he could do different things. But now that I'm seeing Messi actually drag Argentina to possibly a World Cup, that's the one thing that none of the GOATs have done, really. Like when you think about like Ronaldo and.
I got a question then. So, if you're managing a team, who are you taking between prime Ronaldo and prime Messi? Because to be honest, I think I know.
I'd still take Ronaldo. I'd still take Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think he's still more of a goal scorer.
In my opinion, I'd still take Ronaldo.
He's still like a match winner.
You think so?
Yeah.
Over 91 goals in one season.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've always preferred Ronaldo. I'm only starting to respect Messi more.
I've always respected both of them, man. Like I rate both of them, but I just think Ronaldo's just had a better career.
Bro, Ronaldo is just like, if you need a goal, like an instant goal, you just put him on and bang.
Yeah, he's a clutch player.
With Messi, yeah, I feel like he needs to be in a certain environment with certain players around him.
Yeah,
to be able to play the way he plays.
Okay, but what I'm saying is then, like, if you're a manager, you can build whatever team around Ronaldo or Messi, but you obviously got to take one and then put the team around them. You can build a team to however you suit it.
Oh, that's
so okay. you can literally do. You've got free reign to do.
In that case, I would then say Messi.
Like if you've got the
put Iniesta in there,
if you can put
basically prime Barcelona.
If you can work a team around the player, definitely Messi, not Ronaldo. What the way I see Ronaldo as like the best of the rest, if that makes sense, like the best player who can do everything that everyone else can do. Whereas Messi has that one thing that no one else really does.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why I would build a team around Messi, if that makes sense. But if you're telling me, there's 5 minutes left and you need a goal, who do you bring on, Messi or Ronaldo? Definitely Ronaldo.
Yeah, no, that to be fair, would be Ronaldo.
For sure.
Because Messi just stands around for ages, and then maybe after like 30 minutes into the game or whatever, it does something and then scores. Yeah. Whereas Ronaldo it's just constantly moving. It's a bit of a tough one, but
no, I know
it's an interesting one. Speaking of Ronaldo, I did a little bit of research. Well, not really. Everyone kind of knows how much he earns. He earns so much, bro. He earns 10,465 an hour.
An hour?
Yeah, an hour. 10,465 an hour.
Bro, that's crazy.
It's mad, isn't it?
That's like 7 months of my pay.
And then when you compare that to like people who work in the NHS, like I know like this is a bit of a dumb thing to talk about. Like, why are people in the NHS not earning as much?
That's not dumb.
It kind of is when you think about it.
It's not really an argument though, because these guys are getting paid from sponsors and fans, watching,
exactly.
There's more money in it.
That's what makes it kind of dumb, because
they're in a profitable business.
No one's work for the NHS. No one's watching a doctor perform surgery. Do you know what I mean? And
week in and week out.
Like, yeah, that's kind of what makes it dumb. But when you actually look at it like ethically or morally, there is a debate there. If you
I just don't see any debate, bro. I'll be honest. Cause
maybe the question is, are we glorifying the wrong things then?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you took all the cameras and the sponsors away from football, then how much are they getting paid?
Yeah, it's true. The same thing would happen.
Because then they'd probably be, obviously they're professional. So
are you gonna start complaining for them? Like, do you know what I mean? When that happens.
Yeah, I think if you take all the cameras and sponsors, they're on maybe 50k a year.
Yeah, they weren't earning much at all.
Yeah, because their price tag is based on how many eyes they can put towards, I guess, that team and the things around them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I said I do feel like it's a little bit of a silly debate, because it's like, of course, there's more money in football.
Yeah, no, but I've heard this debate loads. I've heard people like actually get mad passionate about it, but I just feel like you can't compare somebody who's in a business that makes loads of money and generates loads of money that everyone watches, that we all love watching, and say, oh yeah, why are they getting paid more than doctors?
No, I understand. Yeah, that's what we're on the same.
Yeah, no.
I think then, so, because obviously at the moment now it's not exactly even, but then you could say between men's football and women's football, because it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Obviously,
it's down to sponsorship and how much money is in the game.
So do you think that
you're gonna come on to equal pay, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you? I think when you look at like the grand scheme of things, I don't think that there's like a pay gap between men and women for the same job, because that's probably highly illegal. And then all companies would just hire women because they don't have to pay. They pay them less. But then for something like football, obviously there's more eyes on men's football. I mean, obviously there's obviously becoming more eyes on women's football now.
Yeah.
But if there were, do you think that if there were the same amount of eyes even now, that they'd still pay them the same?
If the money was there, then yeah.
I think if there were the same eyes, I think they will definitely get paid the same. Because what makes the men's football pay more is because there's more people watching it. Yeah. It's nothing to. I don't think it's to do with the gender. I think as soon as the women's football becomes as popular as the men's,
then they'll be getting that kind of money.
But what I feel though is it's going to take a long time, and to be fair, it's going to be a struggle to get it as like on the same level as
100%. Yeah.
Because I mean,
there's too much history in like the men's game.
Yeah, the men's game's been going on.
But it's not even that. That argument you could use for like the lower leagues. Like, why aren't they getting paid what the top Premier League? It's only actually a small percentage of people getting that kind of money. Do you know what I mean? If you actually look at it, how much players in the Premier League that are on big wages? Yeah,
true.
If you're in the Premier League, you're likely making good money, but if you go beyond that, there's much more players who aren't making anything near to that.
That's true.
I would assume when you get down to like league, like maybe 1 or 2, you've probably got the players who are basically just on like normal. I say normal, like an average wage. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like I'm only guessing. So there'd be like if you're in like League 2 or like League 1, you might be on like 30k a year.
If
you
go lower down the leagues, you get people on lower pay, of course. Yeah.
Which, by the way, that's a massive pay jump for such a small gap. Because in England there's like the leagues go down. It's like 30. Like there's like 30 like tiers basically, and obviously top one being Premier League. But then like League 1 and League 2 is tier 3 or 4. Like you're still way above basically everyone.
Yeah.
But then like it's like working a full-time job basically.
Yeah. I think the difference is, although it's just one drop, like going from the Premier League to League One or whatever, the amount of people that watches the Premier League compared to the League One is massive. Like the difference.
Yeah, again, it's the same. But that's what I'm saying. It's the same argument, really.
True.
You can't really say, how come women aren't getting paid as much when.
But there are other professions like
there's so much money in the Premier League.
I see this debate more in things like movies and like Hollywood and stuff. Like, because you get a lot of like actresses who complain that they don't get paid as much as like as male actors do and stuff like that, and they're doing the same. That is probably one that is more debatable because they are actually doing the same job and they are in the same kind of league, so to speak.
Yeah, but it depends how much money you generate as well. Then, do you know what I mean?
Like if you're,
I guess
you have to pay Will Smith X amount of money because he generates X amount of money.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so that's.
But I wouldn't know. I don't know how it works.
No,
I'm not too sure.
I guess that's like if you compared. I don't know, who's the most like famous female actor that you could think of? Like, I don't know, like Angelina Jolie. I don't know anything she's been in.
She's one of the most famous.
But like Angelina Jolie compared to like George Clooney or something. Like, are they getting paid the same sort of? I know. That's the sort of thing that you.
But
I think that could possibly depend on how much they generate and that.
I thought I saw something on Big Bang Theory. You know the not the blonde girl, Kaylee Cooker or whatever her name is. Not her. The other blonde girl in the show.
Melissa Rauch.
Glasses.
Melissa Rauch.
Madre's the name in that.
Yeah, of course. I'll bang that show.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory is the one, to be fair, I'm not going to lie. There's like a complaint where she's like, she doesn't get paid anywhere near as much as everyone else on the show. And obviously Kaylee, she gets shitload of money because she's one of the main ones. But the other girl in comparison apparently gets nowhere near. And that's like one of the things that like kind of sparked up a debate. Working in the same show and stuff.
Yeah. She would have to talk to them about it though. Like,
what
can I do? I personally can't do it. I want more pay too.
We're not bringing this to you.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just saying.
Just sort out yourself,
when I
mate.
see that stuff, it's like,
I know what you mean.
Unless, because you're in a business that's generating loads of money, so that's actually not anyone's problem. As I said, Shane's argument is more. I'd be more concerned if somebody was doing the same job as me. And they was getting,
that's
you know,
I get you.
I found out, that's like me finding out someone I was working with.
Like now.
It was a girl who's earning like half what I was earning for the same hours.
Yeah,
and shit.
but
then I'd be like, what the fuck? That's not right.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I don't. But
if you're talking about Hollywood actors who,
yeah, but
I don't know what they get paid. They're getting paid in the millions anyway.
I get what you're saying, but your scenario never happens. So it's not something to debate.
No, I'm just saying my opinion though.
Yeah, no, I get you. No, it's obviously that's what we're talking, isn't it?
Because you can't, like, I don't know. I'm not the one who sets the wages. Like, how much do they get paid? Like, how much are they supposed to be getting paid? I don't know.
They're different.
Is it 10 million, 5 million? Yeah, so you telling me that you're not getting paid enough is something you got to talk to the studio about.
Mate, sort out then.
You got to
She's gonna have to take it out with them.
She actually has to though, like whoever that is. Anyway, like, I don't know. Whoever the example was.
I guess that's down to people's contracts as well and stuff like that, isn't it?
Oh man, other than Big Bang Theory, what would you say is like your GOAT show? You got any show you're watching right now?
That I'm watching now, not as much. I don't watch TV that much.
No?
I don't have the attention span for that.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, in the past, I like my favourite show is The Punisher on Netflix.
The Punisher.
Oh yeah, that was
sick. To be fair.
Did you watch Luke Cage?
Yeah,
mate, I tried. It's boring.
You know, bro. It's better than Punisher.
It's not better, bro. It's not better. It's good. It's just
actually maybe it's on par though.
Yeah,
I think the Punisher. I like the Punisher so much because it's like it's I guess not censored. Like
it's quite gory.
Yeah, it's gory. Yeah, it's quite gory.
It's the same as Luke Cage.
It's Luke Cage. Because I know they're all the same like universe, and they all.
Luke Cage is more it's a bit kind of kiddie-ish. I'm not gonna lie. It's more.
No.
There's no much gore. There's no blood and stuff.
There is.
Like if I watched the first episode of Luke Cage, and I'm there like, this is so boring. I watched the first episode of The Punisher.
Now, do you know what? It has got a lot of like scenes where there's a lot of like conversation as opposed to action happening.
Yeah.
But it's one of those kind of shows, you know, you have to focus on what they're saying to know what's going on.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah.
Like, because I've watched Iron Fist.
Yeah, that's good.
It was
shit.
Oh, that's the one I was confused with. confusing that with Luke Cage.
Iron
Fist is the one I was saying. It's a bit kiddish and a bit.
Yeah, that one was dead.
It definitely wasn't as good.
Yeah, he was the one to hype it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No.
He's about to say
Do you know what? I will hype though.
Yeah,
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yeah,
that's
good.
That one's unreal.
If we're talking about Marvel stuff, Daredevil is better than all of these. The Punisher.
No. You know what? He might be right.
But
especially season 2 as well.
I've tried to watch Daredevil maybe 4.
Or is it season 3? Is it season?
Tried to.
How much seasons?
I think there's only a couple.
What was the last one with the what was his name?
Yeah, careful. Spoilers.
No, he was the villain who like dressed up as him. Bullseye. Yeah, was that season 2?
I think there's only 3 seasons altogether. Oh, the one with the thing on his head. It's got like a tattoo, like a bullseye tattooed on his forehead.
No, who's that?
You said bullseye, innit? The villain.
No, but is it? And he dresses up as Daredevil, yeah.
Nah, are we mixing up shows here?
Yeah, we're talking about Daredevil.
Yeah. What season are you talking about?
Mate,
season 2 or season 3?
This is the most broken conversation I've ever listened to.
I know Vinny's super confused. I don't know any guy with a bullseye on his head.
I'm probably getting it mixed up with another show then. But yeah,
with Kingpin in it, yeah.
The best one. Huh?
The one with Kingpin. Kingpin season 3, you know. It's the last season.
Kingpin's the big bold guy.
Oh yeah. You are right. Yeah, there's 3 seasons altogether. There is.
Okay, yeah. The last season was the best one.
Yeah. I might have got through. I don't know how much, but I would have gone through part of season 1.
You need to give it like a bit more.
But that's a long time to watch a show just for nothing to happen.
Yeah, but it doesn't take that. What? It's something happens after a little while.
Yeah.
How many episodes have you tried?
I reckon I maybe got about 4 or 5 episodes in.
Oh, okay. You have.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, I guess you have given
to not be feeling it.
Bro, I'll tell you a show that like Breaking Bad. I've still got like 4 episodes left of Breaking Bad. And this is like 4 years ago. I tried watching it. I got to like the Fly episode. Have you seen Breaking Bad?
I've seen again. Like, I think
one of the best shows, man.
I think I got halfway through the first season, and to be fair, it is a good show. I just stopped watching.
I just switched off, bro. At that Fly episode, bro. Yeah, bro. Do you remember?
What was that from season 1?
No, it was like towards like the end of the whole series. Yeah, it's like probably like the last season, bro.
I'm not that far in.
It's just literally Walter in this lab, like chasing around the fly. Episode, bro. Like after that, I was like, nah, this is dead. I heard afterwards that they ran out of budget or something, and then they just did that episode.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, okay. If you're not into Breaking Bad, you probably won't.
Nah, the best show of all time is The Wire, man.
The Wire.
Everyone's saying that. Bro,
what's it about?
I still haven't seen it.
But just to be brief.
It's like a
you got to explain
it's basically
to the
it's about the city of Baltimore, but every season focuses on a different institution. So like the police department, the what was it? The school system,
right?
The press,
like different sectors.
Yeah, and how basically they impact each other, and it's got so much different stories going on.
I'm assuming it's not like
it's crazy.
It's not like a docu-series. It's like an actual show.
It's an actual show.
It's
actual
a very old one. It's a very old one though.
But it's seen as the best series of all time.
A lot of people do say that.
It's up there.
The thing that kind of puts me off about it is that you have to kind of focus.
You have to. It's mad intellectual.
You have to be fully switched on.
Bro, it's so good. It's
no, I mean
you won't stop watching it.
You said intellectual. I'm like, nah, that's not.
If a show is good enough to keep me focused, then yeah, fair enough. But
no, it will.
If it's enough where I can like watch it and like go on my phone.
But it also has like a street storyline, which is probably the most entertaining aspect of it, to be honest.
The Sopranos.
What's it on Netflix?
On that sort of.
No.
You can't find it these days.
It'll probably be on like Now TV.
I've got one of them dodgy things. I'll hook you up.
Allegedly.
They get us cancelled.
Allegedly.
You can get on any streaming app, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
But no, watch it, man. It's good.
Nah, fair.
Sopranos is another one that's on that sort of level as well.
Yeah, I've never really watched it though. I've always watched it in like bits.
Starting to watch it.
Where it's just been on TV and I've actually just like tuned in, but it does look good though.
Yeah, to be fair, it's decent. I've only just started watching a few episodes in, and it is quite good to be fair, but it's another one that you have to
focus
watch.
On.
Yeah, it's not like a background show.
I don't mind shows like that.
Yeah,
they're good.
If I've got the time for it, like I've got 2-week holiday coming up.
Oh, swear that again.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, man said again. Like I'm just booking holidays left, right, center. So,
I remember the last. Obviously, you took 2 weeks. No, that was months ago, now, wasn't it?
Yeah, Vitality.
That was summertime.
Yeah. But yeah, I got 2 weeks coming up, so I think I'm gonna find a couple shows and maybe binge watch a couple. So that'll be my plan. So yeah, that's what I mean. You gotta have time for it, you know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know if that was us.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're listening on Spotify.
Another episode done. We're just going to give a quick shout out to Basement Studios and
yes.
for representing us and hosting us. Appreciate it.
Yeah. If you're listening on Spotify, follow, do whatever. Tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your subscribe. Cat, dog.
And Danny will be here next week as
well.
I'll
be back next week.
Right. Love you all.
Peace.
Bless.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was alright, actually.
Turns out I did have my phone.